Hello guys, welcome to another FU Money. We have been having a few crazy days. Bitcoin going down, Tesla, Elon Musk spreading the FUD on Twitter, saying that he thinks Bitcoin spends too much in energy. So let's see. Today I felt like having a live stream, if not for any other reasons, just to try out the new thumbnail. So let's see how this goes. Okay, we have already 12 people here, 13. Wow, more are arriving in the first few minutes. So I hope everything is okay. And today I'm trying something new. I'm using the really low latency option on YouTube, so it means that we have a delay of like 5 seconds, something like that. So it's really fast. I don't have any time to cut this shit if I do something wrong. So let's go. Okay, guys. So the first few minutes, let's just see if everything is okay. Just write already. You know already how this works. Just write a 1 if the sound and the video are in sync, everything is okay, and you can hear me clearly and loudly. So with such a short delay of 5 seconds, I would expect already people writing there. Oh, yeah, it's working. Okay, guys, so let's start. Let's start by something really funny that happened today. I don't know if you noticed my tweets, but I'm going to screen share. So here it is. I don't know if you guys saw this tweet today that I posted. Where is that? Nope, here. I think it's this one. So this guy here, let's just, while we wait for a few more viewers, let's just discuss this tweet, which is really funny. I hope you guys can see it. So this guy that goes by the name of Sinus on Twitter was replying to Adam Back. I don't know if you guys know Adam Back, but Adam Back is one of the original cypherpunks, and he was the creator of Hashcash. And by the way, he is mentioned on the Bitcoin white paper. So he was replying something to here he is, Adam Back, and he was replying something to Elon Musk on that infamous tweet that he said, working with Doge devs to improve system transaction efficiency, potentially promising. And Adam Back answers him a few tweets. And one of the tweets is this one here. Doge is years unmaintained, a literal joke copy of outdated version of Bitcoin with long known vulnerabilities. Factually, Bitcoin doesn't consume incremental power per transaction. That's absolutely correct. And has layer 2s like Lightning and Liquid BTC, which amplify capabilities. And he also wrote another tweet saying because they don't care to, they have better things to do. The CVEs can be found online if anyone is interested. And this guy here, I guess he wanted to be crucified today. This guy wrote to Adam, what do you know about crypto, Bitcoin, and Doge? You think you know more than Elon about this stuff? He said he's working on Doge now, and I'm sure it is going to be tremendous. So I guess this guy was a bit crazy to write this, because he obviously doesn't have a clue who Adam Back is. And his tweet was actually tremendous, not what Elon is doing with Doge devs or Doge One dev, by the way, because I believe there's only one guy, the guy that created this meme coin. He just copied the source code of Bitcoin and decided to call it Doge and launch it. So basically the guy is asking Adam Back, the guy that is mentioned on Bitcoin white paper as the creator of Hashcash, What do you know about crypto, Bitcoin, and Doge? So you guys can imagine already what happened to this guy. He has already his tweet quoted 221 times and retweeted 39 times, and I bet the quote are not very friendly. So that was really funny. Okay. No, he's actually saying that. I did not take it as a joke. So Max Schmidt is saying that the guy sounded like a joke. Well, this is so clueless. The tweet is so clueless that actually it could sound like a joke, but I guess the guy is really clueless. The guy doesn't know who Adam Back is. And of course, well, I also didn't know who Adam Back was until some time ago. But of course, if you are into crypto and you read the white paper, of course that you know who these people are. So just by the way, also Tonevase wrote an answer, a reply tweet to this one. And there is another guy that actually copied the white paper and showed Adam Back's name here. So this is the mention to Adam Back's Hashcash on the Bitcoin white paper written by Satoshi. And I guess the guy was really clueless. So that was really funny. I also made a few tweets about this. So here is my Twitter, and one of them, just in case the guy was going to delete his tweet, I made one of my tweets like an image, just a screen capture of his tweet, so that this is forever known on Twitter. And the other one is actually the real Twitter. So this one down here is the real Twitter, so tweet, so you can click on it. So this was really funny, guys. Okay, so but let's discuss a bit about what's happening with Bitcoin. This was just an introduction as a joke, and let's where is it? Here it is. It was hidden. So let's start with the price to time model. I bet you guys are really anxious to know what's happening, and it's gone. South Park joke. Okay, the price to time model. Here we are. Does it look bad to you? It doesn't look bad to me. So basically what I tweeted also a few days ago, just to explain to you guys why I have these 4 yellow circles here, it's that the bull cycle of this year is more and more starting to look like the bull cycle of 2013. We had this big rise here of the price action. Then we had a correction of 75%. And then we went back up, sideways, consolidation, accumulation. Then we broke below the threshold line. And of course, below the 20-week SMA. And sometime after that, just 2 or 3 weeks after that, we were again above the 20-week SMA and continuing to the top. But if you guys look here, down here on the RSI, it's not easy to zoom this in a way that you can see. Okay, this is better. So if you look at the RSI here, you have this bull cycle had 2 tops on the RSI. The second one is in fact lower than the first one, but the price action was much higher. If I'm not mistaken, almost 10 times higher than the first top. Let's just see what was the price action here. 258. No, it's not 10 times. It's a bit less. So if we consider that 250, it's like 5 times. Let's say 4 or 5 times the price action on the second top, which is the actual top for that bull cycle, is in fact 4 to 5 times bigger than the first top. And that corresponds to this second peak on the RSI here. So we had 2 RSI peaks on 2013, and we now have one of the first which I believe if we continue like this for 1 or 2 more weeks before we start to rise to the top again, we will again have 2 peaks on the RSI, being one of them already outside of this yellow circle. So reaching the medium level of the RSI here for some time before that, and even before the halving. You guys know that this level here, exactly where the yellow circle stops, is one important level. It was support and resistance for a long time already. So I guess the RSI is just a hair above that. If you guys can see it better, it's just a bit above this line. So if we continue like this, in fact, we could be supported by the 20-week SMA, and if the price action continues to accumulate and going sideways, let's say for 1 or 2 more weeks, or even just 1 week, I bet the RSI is going to reach that level. And if we start to go back up after this complete FUD of the last few days, we will be able to have a second peak on the RSI and continuing to the top. Unless something really crazy happens, the 20-week SMA doesn't hold the price action and we go down and have to accumulate and go sideways for some time more. So let's see what's happening. But so far, the 20-week SMA has been supporting the price in a very, very good way. Okay, it seems I have some... Are you guys still there? Because I'm getting a message from YouTube that the stream is not getting enough data, so it probably will start buffering. You still there, guys? I'm good? Yeah, actually YouTube is telling me that it's not enough. I don't have enough bandwidth to have the ultra low latency, so it's probably going to start buffering. But if you guys see some kind of problem, just tell me, and I don't know, I cannot change this setting now because I'm streaming, but in any case we could restart the stream. If this is a problem, I could put it in the mid low latency only instead of ultra low. So let's see. Okay, so I'm still here. So I hope you guys have heard all the things I was talking about the RSI and the possibility of having 2 peaks on the RSI, which could be something like, we could still go down a bit. Sorry, what's happened? Oh, okay. So we could still go down a bit just to get that line and do something like this. Okay, another RSI peak and then continue like that. So this is my so far this is my guess. So far this is my guess, and I'm just taking a look at the chat sometimes, because if something happens to the stream, you guys just tell me or write something and I will understand what's happening. So my guess is that we will have 2 peaks on the RSI. And if the 20-week SMA supports the price action, we could have some sideways just for 1-2 more weeks probably. But I guess it will continue like this till the weekend, and next week we will have some kind of move probably to the upside, because we are oversold at the moment. Not on the weekly RSI, of course, but on the indicators of the Pro indicator. So on the Pro framework, we are below support context, and that's a very good sign that we could go up really soon. So that's let me just remove that. So this is the outlook for the price to time model. We continue above we had the first touch, and this is really important, guys. This is another thing I wanted to talk about. We had the first touch on the 20-week SMA since the bull market started. So this is really important right now because we had a few touches on the previous bull cycle, and this is the first one. So we were a bit ahead of time. As I said many times when we started to go up, even before we broke the all-time high of 20K, I said several times that we were going up too fast. And of course, as soon as we started to cross the threshold of the exponential curved line, what happened was corrections. And the second time, corrections. And the third time, corrections. And now we are just going sideways. So it's very healthy that we touch the 20-week SMA as long as the 20-week SMA supports the price action and can catapult us to the upside again. I hope in a few days or even 1 or 2 weeks. Let's see how this evolves. But I would say that after the weekend, so starting Monday, Tuesday, we should already have some indications of what the price action will do next. So, and this is the outlook for the price to time model. So let's take a look at the MRI, and I will have to change it to the weekly. So far so good. Okay, nothing on the chat, so I guess the stream is okay. We have, I'm also getting the stream back from YouTube, actually the real live stream that you guys are watching, and I see that we have about 5 seconds delay, so I guess it's not bad. Although YouTube is lying to me, of course, saying that, man, I have a fiber connection. I have 1 gigabit download. Of course, that doesn't matter for the live stream, but I have 400 megabits upload. So please, YouTube, don't tell me that this is not enough to have a ultra low latency stream. Okay, so starting by the weekly on the MRI, we are on a 5 count on the red, 5 count of 9, and we are back inside the triangle. I didn't see this today because I was having some personal stuff to solve. So this is, I just started to look at the charts a few minutes ago before the stream, and this looks very good. So I like this candle back inside the triangle. I love the fact that we crossed the 20-week SMA with a big, nice wick, this shadow here of that candle, and we are now back inside the triangle, and that's a very good sign. In my opinion, this is a very good sign that we could have a reversal of the price action starting next week. Unless we go up a lot and then we have another comeback down to test again the bottom of the triangle, possibly again a test of the 20-week SMA, but I guess the support is really strong. And as you guys know, we went really down to 40 something. Let me check here. When I zoom the screen, I cannot see the borders, so I don't see the numbers. So this candle was a low of $425, and that's very distant from the SMA, which is now at 48, almost 49,000. Let's say 49 because it's just a hair, so it doesn't count. It's 49K, and we went really below that, and then back up again fast in a weekly chart. This is fast. It's almost half the candle, by the way, from the top. So not bad. I guess the support here is very strong, and the fact that we are again inside the triangle really makes me happy. So the volume continues to decline a bit. You guys know already since we started this bull cycle that the volume has been declining. I guess a lot of people were just waiting on the sidelines to buy the dip. There were not so many dips. So I guess the greater influencer of the price action going to the upside is, of course, and this is the cycle of institutional investment. So you don't have a lot of volume coming from the exchanges, but you, of course, you have a lot of volume on OTC and direct buys from the miners, by the way. So big investors like Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, and also Tesla, although Elon Musk is a bit crazy and smoking a lot. Weed, of course, wicked weed. But they are the big investors of this cycle so far, and I bet they bought a lot directly from miners or OTC. So it's not easy to account for those buys on volume, but this is volume from exchanges, of course, so it's not so easy to account for that. So this is mostly retail buyers, I guess, and the big investors are not really accounted for unless you have Glassnode and you can check those buys outside of the exchanges. The RSI continues to point down, of course, on the weekly chart, and that's because we had this big drop here, this big candle dropping the price action. The MACD also continues to be bearish. The red bar here is very big compared to the other ones. Let me just zoom a bit so you guys can see. RSI pointing down, MACD bearish. Actually, it's a steeper inclination of the blue line since we had this big drop this week. And of course, the bar corresponding to that candle is also much bigger than the other ones on the MACD. So the weekly chart continues to be bearish, but this is the big thing. The candle is again inside the triangle. So let's take a look at the daily, which was a chart that was bullish in my opinion, and it continues to be bullish in my opinion. This is a very nice candle here. We are again on the daily. We are also on the 5 of 9 red count, but you guys can see already. I can tell you I was totally unprepared for this live stream because I had a lot to do this morning. But now that I'm looking at the charts, it looks very good to me. This is a very nice candle. I like this reversal candle here, and the continuation on the second candle. Although this is still a 5 red count because we had such a big drop. So we need at least 2 more candles to reset the count and start a 1 green. So as Tone would tell you also. But look how the MRI support line held the price here. This is also the area where the 20-week SMA is. So around there, 49. So let me check here on the daily. So the 20-week SMA is just below the bodies of those 3 candles you see there. I will zoom again, and this is where the 20-week SMA level is right now. This dashed gray line here of my cursor. So looks nice. The daily chart looks very nice. We are now trying to get back inside the triangle on the daily, although the weekly is already inside, but the candles are a bit different when you change it to the daily chart. So we are now getting back into the triangle with this second green candle there, and it looks very good. Also, the RSI did not go to oversold territory, but we are now back up, pointing up again, and we had this massive volume buy here from retail buyers. This is on the volume. I like this bar here. So as soon we had the big drop, which is this red bar here, but as soon as that big drop was over, this massive buy came in and sent the price back up, so forming that doji that you saw there. This is the sign that a lot of people, retail buyers, were waiting on the sidelines to buy Bitcoin, just waiting with some cash because they were guessing, I guess, that we were going down. It was not so hard to guess that we would be going down because the market didn't show any strength when we went for a new all-time high at 64 here. And then we went back down like crazy. And the second retry of that all-time high failed. So it was not so hard to guess that we would go down again and probably form an ABC correction, which in fact happened. If you guys see here, I can also show it on the Pro Indicators framework, but I will show it here too. This is a textbook ABC correction. Where is the highest candle? Not there, A, B, C. Although the C is not so extended, this is not so extended, and you can see it better on the Pro Framework Indicator. But this is a textbook ABC correction, which could indicate that we are now facing a reversal of the price action, and we are going to continue to the upside really soon. So give it a few days, guys. It's not so easy to recover from such a drop, but I guess we will recover in a few days, or even 1 or 2 weeks max. We will start to see again some movement to the upside. unless something really, really crazy happens. You know that already. We are never 100% sure that the market will reverse. There's always not even just a small probability will always be there that all the biggest probabilities, like 99% says that we are going to the upside, but there's 1% chance that we can go down, and that will always be there. In fact, you guys that are here for several years already, since 2017 at least, know that sometimes the 1% is the one that happens and everyone gets frustrated. But at least the C wave finished below the A wave, which is also a good sign. The good sign is we didn't went so much further down below the A wave, which shows that a lot of support was here and a lot of retail buyers started to buy this dip. So let me just remove the ABC correction, and for the daily, I guess that's it. So we have the RSI pointing up, the MACD continues to be bearish, the bars are still increasing for the last 3 days, but we see now that we are starting a curve on the MACD, so the bearish move to the downside is losing strength, and we are now going to be like horizontal probably tomorrow or Sunday, and starting from Sunday on, we will see probably a reversal of this blue line on the MACD. BitMEX funding rate makes sense on the daily, but on the daily it's really low. It's 0.01, but I guess we will check it just after this on the 4 hour. Okay, here we are on the 4 hour. Guys, this is beautiful. I love to check the charts just live on the stream because I never saw them today. And the 4 hour shows me something I didn't see for a long time, since back in 2019, I guess, if I'm not mistaken. Let me just check. I will get back to this. Let me just check when I saw that for the last time. Oh, I cannot see it here. Sorry. This is the weekly, but it's not enough. And I didn't want to make the chart smaller. So let's go back to the 4 hours. But if I'm not mistaken, I will check it later. We had this bottom on, you remember the 85% correction after the all-time high of the 20K, and then we had the bottom with a double, with a V shape, and the round bottom just after that, and that was a textbook Adam and Eve pattern, which is an indication of reversal of the price action. So I love this here, and if I put it on the 1 hour, you will see it better. Exactly that. So this is really nice. Let me just draw this for you guys here. So this is a V shape. Sorry, just one more. This is something like a V shape recovery here. Of course, for this to be perfect, we would have to have this second white line here going there, and then coming back down and doing this curve bottom. But it's not so. It's not so different from an Adam and Eve pattern. And now you can draw this like that, and push this a bit down, and you have an Adam and Eve pattern on the bottom, which I like very much, by the way. It's a very good indication of price reversal, and here it is on white, and let me increase the thickness of the line so you guys can see it better. I didn't see this for a long time. And let me remove this now. So this was the trend line I was checking on the 1 hour just to see if the price action would break this trend line here. And let me put it back on that place there. And it did. So this was just a trend line for the 1 hour. I was just playing with the charts yesterday just to try to see if the price action was going to cross this trend line here that had been touched already twice. It tried to break it there, but then it came back down again, and only here this trend line was broken to the upside. Curiously, just after a sell sign, this red star, and we started to go back up again. But now that's the first time I see this pattern here, the V shape bottom followed by a curved bottom. Adam and Eve, and you guys can check it on Google if you don't know what Adam and Eve is. But it's a reversal of the price action pattern that has been working a lot in the past, for Bitcoin at least. Oh, yeah. I bet. So, just by the way, just before we continue, guys, press no, don't press, just gently touch the like button if you are enjoying this content, and subscribe to the channel if you are new. And if you are new, you are also very welcome to this channel. And today we are having a live stream because I just felt like having a live stream. No reason whatsoever. Well, except maybe because I wanted to try the new thumbnail, but that's for another day to discuss. Okay, so this is what I see on the 1 hour. So if I go back to the 4 hours, you guys now can see the perfect Adam and Eve pattern we have. It's here. I like it, although it's this is just a 4 hour chart. Of course, the Adam and Eve that I saw on 2019 after that big drop of the price. I don't remember if this was 2018 or 19. We went back down to 3,000 after the all-time high. I have to check the charts. But as soon as you have that, you remember that big triangle that Tone Vase had when we started to come down from the previous all-time high, and then it broke to the downside, and we went so fast to 3,000. And exactly when we go to 3,000, there's an Adam and Eve before the next fake top of the 14,000 that Bitcoin did. So if you guys remember that, you can go back there, you use the charts, and you'll check it. I can check it later also for you guys just to see it. But I still have that chart drawn, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, this is a different chart. So let's go to, if I remember correctly, I had this drawn here on Coinbase chart. And this was on the weekly or the daily. Yeah, so before I'm using the index, I had this chart. And so many, oh, sorry, I just undo. Yeah, I had so many annotations on my charts. And here it is, Adam and Eve bottom. And this was me trying to guess. This is funny because this is back from, let me check. No. Okay, this is from, where is it? Adam and Eve bottom, there. So November 2018. So this is 1 year, almost 1 year after the previous all-time high. And I will show you guys this chart on the daily. And you will see it much better. All the patterns that I was drawing here. So this is 2020, not this one. Let's go back. It's almost there. Okay, that was the going up for the 14,000. And is it this? No, this is still 2020. So this is after the. So it's before. Wow, so many patterns I was drawing here. July 2019. No, we have to go back. Okay, we are getting there. Okay. So here you can start to see it already. I had this annotation, Adam and Eve bottom. Actually, I was really stupid. I was not buying this because I was still having on my mind that we would still go below 3,000. So I saw that Adam and Eve bottom. I didn't buy into it. And then actually we went lower, and I started to buy after this lower point here of 3,100 back in December 2018. But I can even show you guys better if this is like, this is the daily, but you can already see it there. Maybe the 4 hour will show it better. Okay, where are we? This is, where is the go to date button? I had this here. Okay, let's go here. Okay, let's go back to November 2018. Go to. Okay. What? Wow. That's crazy. What's wrong with this? Oh, I have to pick a day, I guess. Let me check again. Okay, November 2018. Let's go to the 15th of November 2018. Go to. Ah, here it is. Okay. I was not using this properly. Here, guys, here. This is what I drew in November or December 2018. You guys can see the V-shape bottom, and then you guys can see the curved bottom. And me trying to draw some mountains after that. Actually, this was right. This was head and shoulders. It was really funny. I was starting to trade for, I started to trade beginning 2017, so I guess this was already 2 years into my trading. So I just wanted to show you guys. This was the last time I saw an Adam and Eve bottom during Bitcoin trading. Also on the 4 hour, of course. Not of course, sorry. Also on the 4 hours. That's a coincidence because I also saw it today on a 4 hour chart. But anyway, so let's go back to the real chart, the chart of today, and I guess we are going up. So today is date. Well, I thought the chart was going to be updated for today. Let's go to the weekly and I can go back. Oh my god, I remember this high so well. This 20, oh no, that's not the, it is. No, that's the other one. That's the 2013 one. I remember this one very well. This was my first all-time high in Bitcoin, 2017. 17th of December, 2017. I will not forget that day so easily anymore. Okay, we are back to the chart of today. Let me just go back to the 4 hour. And here it is. So in my opinion, again, we have an Adam and Eve. And this is a reversal pattern. And you guys already see the candle breaking to the upside. That's really funny because while I was showing you guys the other Adam and Eve pattern, this is breaking up. So breaking to the upside. Okay, so let's go to, sorry, the 1 hour, just to check what's happening with the BitMEX funding rate. So we are negative premium. That's funny. Yeah, so we are having 0.1. No, sorry, 0.01. We have 0.01 BitMEX funding rate, but the premium is negative. That's curious. That's curious, but also favors the bull side. So as soon as this new candle started, and this was just a few minutes ago, I guess, like 5 or 6 minutes ago, as soon as I started to draw this pattern, look, that's so funny. Exactly the reversal of the price breaking up to the upside. Okay. Okay, so we have now 18 people here. Today I didn't pass the intro video because I was on ultra low latency, so I didn't want to ruin this the stream. But anyway, okay, guys. So this is the first. Let's call it the first part, and then we will go check the second part, which I will show you guys the Pro Framework Indicator. So let's chat a bit. Let's see how you feel about the first part of this analysis. I know that during the live streams, I'm always a bit. I always talk a bit more about everything I say, so I try to compress all my analysis on the recorded videos during the week, but as this is a live stream, so we have a bit more time, if you guys bear with me, of course. And let's see, what say you about the first part of the analysis? Don't be shy. Don't be shy. Write it on the chat. Let's discuss. Let's have a discussion. Let's see what you guys think about the bottom of this drop. let's see if you guys agree with the Adam and Eve. Let me just open it so you guys can see it also while you write something, if you like it or not, if you disagree. So Magis is saying the coming weekly is not nearly as important as the coming monthly, but it would be nice to see a weekly above 58. Yeah, I would say so, but let me just, before we go to that, let me just come back here and Adam and Eve bottom pattern. Let's see what Google says. Images. So yeah, so let's go for images. You guys can see it here. Okay, this is a good one. This is something similar to what we had. I hope you guys can see it here. So this is a good example of an Adam and Eve pattern. We have a V-shape bottom here, and then we have, of course, another drop down with a curved instead of a V shape, which usually is the bottom part, the most bottom part of this V shape is a doji, and it's a shadow, it's a wick, and then you have this slightly curved bottom again, and this means you have 3 points A, B, C, and you have a recovery of the price action going to the upside as soon as we cross this horizontal line defined by those 3 points. So this is what I mean by Adam and Eve reversal pattern. For you guys that don't know, now you know. So let's go back to the charts and let's see where 58.5 is. I guess we'll have a hard time breaking the 54 Magis. The 54 will be a really hard time to break to the upside, but let's see, 58.5. Yeah, well, let's go to the daily to check it better. Okay. Let's load the MRI and let's see. Okay. That's perfect. Let's see where we are around the 58. Well, the 58.5 is just almost by a hair, which I believe is 59, is the top of the triangle. So of course you beat that. If you beat that in the next rise up, I don't believe we are going to, in just one move, go to 59. So I believe that we'll have a hard time breaking to the upside of these moving averages. And especially the 54,000, 56,000, that area will be hard to break again. So let's see how that goes. But of course, it would be nice to see a close of the week above the 58, but I don't believe that will happen unless we have someone buying 2 billion in Bitcoin tomorrow, and probably will catapult the price action to the upside. But I don't see anyone buying $2 billion in Bitcoin tomorrow. And of course, they will not announce it if they do it, of course. That Lexmark example is scary. Yeah, well, yeah, but it's not in fact scary. It looks really scary because of that big drop, but that's exactly what we had on this Adam and Eve. So if we go back to the 1 hour, you can see that that's a big drop that we had, just like the example of the Lexmark example I showed you guys. And then for this to be perfect, let me tell you, for the Adam and Eve pattern to be perfect, this would have to be something like that, and something like that, and something like that. Okay, and then we would have the A, B, C point of the breakout. However, when we don't go up so quickly after the V shape and we just come back down, so something like coming again here. Actually, I will put it there, and I will put this there, and I will put this back here again where this was, here on this candle, and just move it a bit to the right and have this perfect like this. So in fact, when we don't have that, in fact, I could have done this coming back down here, and then it's a Adam and Eve, a perfect Adam and Eve. And you guys see that the candle is already going up. So the breakout point was this one, in fact, the 51,000, around 51,100, 51.1. So I just drew it there because on the 1 hour, it's this candle is better positioned to have the start of this pattern. But I just saw it immediately when I saw the screen. I saw this V-shape recover there, and then I saw the rounded bottom. So I said, this is an Adam and Eve. And luckily, it's breaking out to the upside. So let's go back to the 4 hour, and you guys can see it better here. So weekends are really complicated. Yeah. Especially because institutions usually don't do business on weekends. So we have only retail buyers buying Bitcoin or selling on weekends usually. But look, guys, on the 4 hour, the RSI is very good. And sorry, I didn't mention this before because I just looked at that Adam and Eve there. And the RSI is going up. The RSI is going up, and the MACD is also starting to cross. The blue line is starting to cross the orange line, and the bars are neutral, just close by a hair of the zero and starting to be green again. So on the 4 hour chart, this is a very good indication already that we are moving to the upside and probably starting to be a bit bullish. Let's see if I have... Yeah, Magis, yes, you are correct. It's not a perfect Adam and Eve. However, the breakout is happening, and if we can hold it, at least if we can sustain, even slowly, if we can sustain some candles to the upside, at least to 43 or 44K, I would say that this is a very good indication that the bottom is in, for now, of course. For this move, the bottom is in, and we are into a recovery of the price action. So let's see. But mainly looking at the coming monthly needs to be rough 60, give it or take. Let's take a look at the monthly chart because Magis is talking about the monthly. So in my chart, we are still on a green 5 of 9. And of course, we had this reversal, but we are still inside the triangle. In fact, the triangle looks better here than in the weekly chart. I don't see a big problem here, Magis, even on the monthly. Of course, the monthly chart is more relevant than the weekly chart. But I don't see a problem here because on the monthly we are also still inside the triangle, and we are still on a green 5 of 9. So this is, I would say, we are still close to the middle of this move up. So unless something really extraordinary happens and we cannot maintain this this rise to the top right now, we could go sideways, get out of the triangle, being supported by the 20-week SMA, and probably having a bit more of a curve down before we go up again. But the monthly chart, in my opinion, continues bullish. It continues bullish because look, even this big red candle that we had here came back down almost to the bottom of that previous one, but then it went back up again, almost half of that. So we are just below the half of that green candle for a hair, by a hair also. So the monthly is it's not so bad. It doesn't look so bad to me. Unless, as I said, we break the 20-week SMA, and we break the triangle, and we explode to the downside by some fucked up reason, but so far I don't see any big issues here. So okay, let's go back here and let's see. Let me check my account. Paulo, what's happening with your account? Nope, not me. Now I saw that you had a few more messages below. Yeah, well, yeah, 1.5 billion or 2 billion is not easy to maintain in the bank. So you would have to have it in probably separate banks or something like that. Carlos Carvalho, I meant what happened after a few weeks of the post-C rise. What do you mean by that, Carlos? What's the post-C rise? Tell me, weekends are really crazy. Nice stream. As always, will the increase in inflation influence our 280 target price BTC? Pedro Gomes is asking if the if the inflation continues to go up, will that influence our 200 or 280k target price for BTC, and we can hit 500k? No, I don't believe so. I can answer that very, very quickly. I don't believe that we will hit 500k this year. If that, I'm not saying it will not happen, because you can never say for 100% sure that something will happen or not happen in Bitcoin, or at least the crypto markets. But I would give it like less than 1% chance we go above 500k this year for Bitcoin. I believe that the rising of the inflation, yes, will help us get to the 200, 280, something like that, but not 500k, not this year. Let's see. Yeah, well, I didn't notice that, but we can check. So Carlos Carvalho is saying that the example of the Lexmark example of the Adam and Eve. Let's go back to images and let's check the Lexmark example. Let's see if I can find it again. I hope so. Ah, here it is, Lexmark. Yeah, actually this was not a very, very good example because you have a big drop just after that. Yeah, I know. I understand your point. But for the Adam and Eve pattern reversal of the price action example, yeah, probably this was not the best one. Probably the best one would be like something like this. This would be a much better example. The V-shape. Here is the V-shape. This is the round bottom. And then the breakout. Having those 3 points, the A, B, and C. And then after this line is crossed to the upside, that's a reversal. So this is the left bottom, the right bottom. And this usually takes the market to the upside. Of course, you don't know what can happen just 1 or 2 months after that. So you can go down again. But at least you know that when we get to the breakout point, the market will probably 90%, 80% sure that the market will go up. So that's the point I was trying to make. Maybe I didn't choose the best example because I did not even look to what happened after here. But yeah, I understand your point. It would be much better if this black area of the chart was not here. Or so let's go to the charts again. Let's see, people. Hey, Bichimoku, welcome. Welcome to the stream. You are a bit late, but you are still here. That's what counts. Hank Jones, last cycle when dominance hit bottom, it was beginning of the bear market. What about this time? Let's see the dominance. And for that, I will change already to my Pro Indicators framework because I have, I like to see it better here. So, wow, the dominance continues to go down. So let's see. I have to go to the weekly, and I have here my my special super uber elite Fibonacci, the green and red bars of the Fibonacci, which start, of course, at the 23 and the 76. So this is the 23, this is the 76. And I have this special Fibonacci just to tell me what are the best areas of interest. Of course, I also have the other one with the different levels, but I like to see this one sometimes because it gives me the dump zone. And in this case, we are just getting to that point of craziness where I would go all in. If this was the Bitcoin chart, Bitcoin USD chart, I would start to buy as soon as we get out of the red area. So let me zoom in a bit. I hope you guys can see it. We are exactly coming out of the red area. This is the peak for the bottom right now. And I would probably start to go long around here. As soon as we get out of the red, or just even on the bottom of the red area of my Fibonacci, I would start to go long. So this means that a reversal on the Bitcoin price may be imminent. Maybe. I will not give any assurance of that for now because I want to see if any reversal pattern occurs. But we are, guys, we are over extended to the downside, much beyond any support context, which is the gray area here. You can see the gray. So here, this is the gray area of support for the dominance. We are way below that. But the Fibonacci is only now telling me that we could have a reversal soon as we hit the 40. So 40.4. So 40.4 would be my start of the reversal to the upside. I believe this will not be the beginning of a bear market. I still believe we are in a bull market. I still believe that Bitcoin can reverse this. Let's see when the bear market started. Yeah, January 2018, when Bitcoin started to go up in dominance and the altcoins started to go down. That's funny because when Bitcoin goes up, usually, well, at least at this point, it started the bear market. But we didn't go there yet. We didn't go to that level. This was 35, the lowest level of Bitcoin dominance ever. We are still above 40, and I believe that we could go to 40.4 and start to see... this has to go up, guys. According to the indicator, we are way below the support. So I don't know what it looks like to me that we are going to have a reversal here. Now, if this corresponds to the bear market, I cannot say. I don't know. But I would say that according to the price to time model, we are still in a bull market. According to all other charts that I've been showing you guys today, we are still in a bull market. So there is no indication that we started a bear market yet. You guys know already that, let me zoom in a bit because you guys probably didn't see it so well. So this is my Fibonacci levels. The green and the red indicate the reversal areas where you actually, if this was the BTC USD chart, you would start to buy as soon as it comes out of the red to the bottom, or if it goes above the green, it's a take profit area if you are in a bull market. But according to dominance, this applies the same principles. So in the dominance chart, the principles are the same. So we are probably about to see a reversal on the price, on the dominance, for Bitcoin. and I would not bet that the bear market is starting yet. Because for that to happen, I would have to have a weekly close or 2 weekly closes below the 20-week SMA. I would have to have a lot of selling volume, a lot of different things to tell me that this is a bear market already. I don't have those things. So, but let's see what happens. So let's check the chat. Huh? On the Lexmark graph. So after Adam and Eve, things went wrong. Yeah. So hi everyone. Hank Jones last cycle. Okay, we discussed that already. Telmo says that I reference a lot Tone Vase. You a maxi like him or you have other cryptos? If so, what are your main holdings? Just curious. I mentioned a lot Tone Vase for one reason, mainly for one reason, because when I started in the markets in 2000, actually I started to hear about Bitcoin in late 2015, beginning of 2016, and then I bought my first Bitcoin on 2017. So one of the first guys I started to watch on YouTube because of the markets and because of the crypto markets was Tone Vase. I learned a lot from him. I still think that he's a great trader and he understands the markets very well. So of course I watch all his videos. I also participate in his live streams, and I think he's a very good trader. And you have a lot to learn by watching Tone Vase videos and streams. I also have another one, which I recently, about 1.5 years ago or 1 year ago, around that, I started to watch and learn, which is Phil, the guy that created the Pro Indicator framework, which I also consider to be a genius. And he knows a lot about the markets. He's very, very, very good. So these are the two main guys I watch and learn from all the time. So that's the reason why I mentioned Tone Vase a lot, and I mentioned Phil not so many times, because I'm still learning and I'm still, the strategy is a bit different from the MRI. This is trading the ranges strategy based on sine waves and momentum. So it's a bit different. The strategy is a bit different from the MRI. I consider that 1 year is not enough to learn a strategy. You need at least 2 years to be into the strategy and know how to use it, not in perfection, but at least in a very good way. So that's why I don't mention Phil a lot. I'm still learning. I'm still trying out his strategy in different occasions. But these are the two main people I watch and learn from. So that's one of the reasons. And the rest of the question was, let's see, what are my holdings? Let's see if I can show it. I can tell you guys, I would not like to show my portfolio because I have of course I have all the amounts in absolute values of my holdings in dollars and euros and stuff like that. I can tell you the percentages I have. So let me check on the other browser here that is not being streamed. I can open my portfolio. Okay, and just to give you guys an idea of my percentages, I can tell you. Okay, so this is opening. Just bear with me for a second. Let's see. So maybe I can show you guys. No, actually I can't. It's not easy to show this. Maybe if I copy it. No, it's not possible to copy this. Well, guys, I can tell you right now. So because of the rise of Ethereum in the last few weeks, My portfolio is a bit unbalanced according to what I like. So for me, the perfect scenario would be to have something close to 80% Bitcoin, 15 to 17% of Ethereum, then the rest of the percentage in altcoins. If you don't put on the same portfolio the percentage of cash you have on the side. However, my portfolio right now is a bit unbalanced according to my taste, because Ethereum has been rising a lot, so the valuation of Ethereum in my portfolio has more than doubled, and it's now around 31%, and Bitcoin is around 62%, and cash is around 5%, and all the rest are so if you sum it up, it's not 100, because the rest are shitcoins. Shitcoins that I bring, I still maintain in my portfolio since 2018, when I started to buy in January 2018. I started to buy some shitcoins. I've done well in some, I've done poorly in others. Some of them I sold already all my position, but however, I can also mention what shitcoins I have. So let me check. So you guys know already, it's a very, very small percentage of my portfolio, but I will enumerate some of the shitcoins I have. Well, not counting Ethereum, of course, which is also a shitcoin, but anyway, it's now 31% of my portfolio, and it's too high because of the rise of the last few weeks. So I also have Ethereum Classic, because I was a miner also at the same time I was trading. I started to be a miner in 2017. I just stopped being a miner 2 months ago. I sold all my equipment. I had a really big mining farm, but I also mined a bit of Ethereum Classic, Ravencoin, Callisto, CLO. Litecoin, I have just a very, very, very small thing of Litecoin, because this was like a bonus I got from registering in one of my exchanges. I used to have Zcash, but now I don't. I sold it all. Also Monero. I have just a bit of Monero. And then I have, I used to have Salt, but Salt is one of the shitcoins I did very poorly because it went to zero. I lost just $1,000 there, so it was a very small position. Then I have Ripple, which I bought in before the first big rise of 2018. Then I have Cardano, ADA. Then I used to have Doge, but this was like 3 years ago. Then I got rid of Doge 2.5 years ago. Also, I used to have Verge. I don't anymore. I used to have Bay. I also don't have it anymore. And then I have very small positions in NEM, Stellar Lumens, and Vibrate. This is all shitcoins I bought in 2018, so please don't crucify me. Don't crucify me right now for having some of these really shit coins like Vibrate. Vibrate is such a shitty coin that I have now only 4% of my initial position. I bought it in January 2018, and this is almost zero. So I don't really care. I'm not going to sell something that lost 96% of its value. If it goes to zero, it goes to zero. Fuck it. If it doesn't, if it goes back up again and rises to the moon, then I sell it. I don't care. This was just a small position also I bought in Vibrate. Stellar Lumens, however, I lost about, I don't know, let me check. This is also in the red. I guess I lost about half of the value of this position. But Stellar Lumens is also something I kept for years and years without moving. However, the ones that I'm still very, very positive are Cardano and Ripple, because I bought Ripple very, very cheap. I bought Ripple right almost at the beginning for a few cents, and it's now $1.43. So yeah, I'm having a bit of a A nice position there. And Cardano is also very, very positive in my portfolio. I bought it also years ago, and this was cheaper, much cheaper than it is now. Of course, I bought this with Bitcoin, so I was interested in the, not in the USD pair, but in the Bitcoin pair. So I was trying to do some arbitrage between those shitcoins and Bitcoin to get more Bitcoin. And of course, I never believed in any of them as successful projects for the future. But I just maintained a few and said to myself, let's see where this goes in a few years. And some of them went to zero, some of them went to halfway to the moon. So let's see how this evolves. But that's my portfolio in terms of percentages. I know you guys are very curious about portfolios. So let's see. Wow, the chat is going really fast now. So let's see. Bichimoku says, looks like we are building a beautiful, strong range. Yes, I think these 50K levels could be the bottom of the next bear market. I completely agree. I said several times in the past that I believe the 50K would be the absolute bottom of the next bear market. So when you say that, of course, you cannot say it without believing that we are going much higher than 50K. So that when we come down for the next bear market, 50K will be the absolute bottom. So I completely agree with Bichimoku here. Hank Jones says dominance can rise while prices go down like the last cycle. Yeah, that's true. However, I will say it again. I don't have any indications that we started the bear market yet. For me to say that we are in a bear market, I need a weekly close below the 20 SMA, the 20-week SMA. I need the sell volume to go completely nuts. I need to see exchanges getting a lot of Bitcoin from all the retail and all the institutions back. So the accounts, the wallets of Bitcoin on the exchanges have to start to go up, and they are still going down. So there's absolutely no indication whatsoever for now that we are starting a bear market. So in that regard, I believe that we can start to see a reversal of the Bitcoin dominance and still see the price going up. Let's see here. Yeah, exactly. So I forgot to mention that, Bichimoku. So just not this is not the only indication that we could have a reversal on Bitcoin dominance. I also checked already in the MRI that we are on a 9 bottom. For using the MRI indicator, the Bitcoin dominance is on the weekly 9 bottom, so also indicates a reversal, unless we have several consecutive bottoms. But I don't believe that will happen because we are already very, very below the support context of the Pro indicator framework. So let's see here. All the context is probably different in 2021. It should be much more difficult to maintain BTC dominance with all the euphoria with other crypto, including shitcoins, right? I believe I have exactly the opposite. Carlos was asking this that I just mentioned. Carlos Carvalho. I have the opposite opinion. I believe that the difference of this bull cycle is that the institutions are coming in, and institutions are not buying shitcoins. Mainly, they are buying Bitcoin. I'm not saying that all the institutions are just buying Bitcoin. I'm saying that the big majority of institutions, and even those that are not part of the majority, which are buying shitcoins, are not buying shitcoins more than Bitcoin. So of course you have Grayscale, for example, is buying a lot of Bitcoin. They are also buying some shitcoins. They are buying Ethereum, they are buying Link or Chainlink or Polkadot, or I don't even know the names of the shitcoins today. I was much more used to the names of 2017. But of course, even though the big institutions that are buying shitcoins, they are buying more Bitcoin than shitcoins. So this is the cycle of institutions. And the big difference for this cycle is, for once, I believe, for starting, for the first point, I believe that when we start a bear market, or when we start, just when we reach a top for this cycle and we start to go down a bit, I believe that we will not see corrections like 85% like we saw in the past, because the accumulation of Bitcoin in institutions is much higher now than it was on the previous cycles, which was mainly retail buyers, weak hands, and you know, a lot of individuals, not institutions. And with this institutional bull cycle that we are seeing right now, I believe that we will not see a correction of 85% again, unless they all go crazy and sell. But I believe that institutions will try to maintain the maximum of Bitcoin they can for the maximum time possible. Of course, doing something like Tesla did, they sold 10% of the holdings of Bitcoin, and that's not a big deal. It's normal in the financial markets. But I believe that the big difference is that Bitcoin is being... I believe that we still didn't see the dragon really flying. So I guess we will still see really crazy roller coaster price action with Bitcoin this year. And when more institutions come, you guys will see, because what I saw in 2017 was nothing compared to what we can see now this year. So I don't believe that this craziness about Ethereum and the shitcoins is going to last long. I know that this will continue to rise, and Ethereum is actually, if you compare Ethereum with Bitcoin in terms of valuation, I believe Ethereum could go to 10% valuation of Bitcoin when I say this regarding the USD value of one coin. So this means that Ethereum could see, if Bitcoin is $50,000, I believe that Ethereum could see $5,000 easily, and this would take us to the 0.1 Ethereum BTC pair valuation, which corresponds to 10%. But I don't see any flippening, as some crazy people are saying in this space. I don't see the flippening happening or any crazy stuff like that. So let's see what happens, but really hardly I see Ethereum flippening Bitcoin. I never saw it. I don't believe it will happen in the future. So let's see. Speaking of Tone, he's starting a stream in 12 minutes. Wow. So he's competing with me now. Let's see how long I have been doing the stream. Well, this is long already. It's more than an hour, so I should also be finishing soon. Let's see what Tone is doing here. Let me just check how long to Tone's stream. I know that you traitors are going to leave me because of Tone, of course. Where is Tone? Tone is not here. Tone Vase. I will probably be there too. So this will start at 4:45. Wow, it should have started already. Okay, guys. So let's do it like this. Let's end the stream for now, and if something crazy happens, I will be back later. But I will just maybe end the stream for now, because we are past the hour already. Like 1 hour and 20 minutes into the stream. So I really appreciate you guys coming here and watching the stream. It really means a lot to the channel and to myself, and I enjoy talking to you guys all the time. So let's see. Any final questions? Tone is waiting for you to finish. Yeah, I'm sure it is. Okay, so let's see. Oh, sorry, man. Ricardo Patroni. He is asking me to check Ethereum. Let's do it like this. I have, Ricardo, I have another stream tomorrow, because Saturday is the usual day for the stream. And usually the stream is during the afternoon also. So Portuguese time, of course. around 3 or 4 or 5 p.m. So come back tomorrow, please. Remind me to check Ethereum, because I've been on the stream for 1 hour and 20 minutes already. So let's do it tomorrow. I will check Ethereum just because you are asking me. Don't forget to come back to the stream tomorrow, and we will do it. Okay, any week down to low 40 sounds good for me. For next bear, I will my bag 60. Yeah, exactly, with Shimoku. No problem, Magis, and thank you guys. So let me just go back to stopping the screen share. Go back to the main screen. Guys, thank you so much for being with me today on the stream. I know you guys are crazy to go just watch Tone Vase stream 2. I will also be there, of course. And if you enjoyed this content, please gently touch the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and share it with your friends. And tomorrow, don't forget, tomorrow we have the usual live stream of Saturday afternoon. So don't forget to check back Twitter or check back my channel here on YouTube. And I will see you for sure tomorrow. So bye-bye.